we talk about all these QR codes and, you know, the interesting thing about this, who's the man behind it though? Is it Triple H that's actually behind this stuff? Turns out part of it, but mainly the guy that has been, you know, coming up with the story and all the clues with this QR code is a guy by the name of Rob Fee. And he's a former horror writer, used to write with Marvel. Now he is with WWE as the director of long-term creative. This seems like a new role that was made up in professional wrestling, but to my knowledge, what I think this role is he's the guy that's going to spot out all the details that need to be spotted to make sure the story makes sense. And they're not just, you know, calling it long-term storytelling when it's just the same plot point going over and over and over again.
Yep.
And I don't know how much influence he has outside of the QR code, but maybe he has some influence with this Dexter Lumis and the Miz kind of thing with his horror background. And who knows what else? Maybe he's got stuff with the Judgment Day already following. But I'm interested to see how this develops. And from those that follow Marvel and have followed this guy's career, seems like this is a good signing for WWE and this, you know, new role as director of long-term creative. Do you think WWE needs a director of long-term creative? And do you think this actually would do well for WWE, knowing this Rob Fee guy?
I can't say I know very much about him beyond anything you just said, but I will say that, you know, whether it's been the QR code or everything kind of related to it, it has been very, very good. And, you know, I must say it is something that's kept me kind of intrigued. So, yeah, I'm interested to see if they can keep this up, if he's going to be, you know, creative the whole way through, or if it's just like, okay, well, initially it's been good, but there's not a whole lot going on past that. So,
but the thing that gets me though, the director of long-term creative, we've gotten to a point in professional wrestling. We need a director of long-term creative, which fine. Triple H has already said he wants, you know, as many voices as he can to give him ideas. And, you know, he's going to go with the best one, wherever it comes from. And I guess this guy is going to be in charge of crossing those T's and dotting those I's, which could bode well for WWE. But does this trickle down to the rest of the wrestling industry where, like, say, Tony Khan is like, I need a director of long-term creative? Or, you know, does Scott D'Amore in Impact Wrestling decide, hey, I need a director of long-term creative? Do we see this in New Japan? Do we see this, you know, in other promotions? Or is
the title itself is a very WWE type title, in my opinion.
It does. It really does. But I mean, I guess we'll see. Time will tell as what exactly the director of long-term creative is.